How did you enjoy your first album, Going Home?
Well, Going Home, I enjoyed very much because it gave me a chance to do music that was not written by someone unlike myself. Going Home gave me an opportunity to do music that, like I said, I do music written by other people all the time from other countries, and this gave me an opportunity to do something that related to my roots, so I'm very happy. I had a great time doing it.
What's the difference between performing live, like on the stage, versus in a recording studio?
Well, on stage, as you'll see tonight, you only got one chance to get it right. Whereas in the studio, you have a chance to do several takes, so it gives you an opportunity to explore and to redo some things if you're not happy with what you've done.
So which do you prefer?
Live. I like live. It's more exciting, it's more rewarding, more gratifying. You tend to overanalyze yourself when you're in the studio. So.
Did you ever think you would be performing on stage? Because I know you originally started out thinking you had a football career.
Yeah, I had no idea that my voice even lent itself to an operatic career, because growing up in our community, we're not very much exposed to classical music, singing at least. Instrumentalists, sure, but singing, other than Leontine Price and Jesse Norman and Kathleen Battle, those types of people, you never saw really the African American male. So I didn't really have anyone to look up to and say, hey, that's what I could do. I just knew that I had this really different kind of voice that didn't work in R&B and gospel. So, yeah.
What do your former Citadel football days like?
Oh, they love it. I was at the Kennedy Center last week in Washington. Some of them were there. I think they look at it as an opportunity to do something different, to dab into culture, if you will. And it's a nice outlet for us to, as a community, to do something that we don't normally do, patronize something that we don't normally patronize, and participate in something that we don't normally participate in. So, sure.
When you listen to music, who do you listen to, or who do you like?
Will Downing, Rochelle Farrell. My music taste is very, very varied. So sometimes I listen to classical music. Most of the time I don't listen to anything that I'm not performing. But now I'm kind of lending myself to different styles and different ways people approach singing. So it just depends on what I'm feeling like in a particular moment. I listen to a lot of gospel, Hezekiah Walker, stuff like that. So it's varied.
Now, are people surprised when they hear you, an African American male, and you do sing opera?
Yeah.
You sing a lot of classic.
Well, from my voice alone, I always hear that you should be a DJ or a disc jockey or a radio announcer. But I was actually riding in a cab in Boston one day, and this guy wanted to guess what I did for a living. And when I finally told him, he said, "You could have put a list of 10,000 things, and that would have been the last thing I chose for you." I think it's because obviously of my look, being African American, being a big bald-headed black guy that still looks like he played a little football. I think that the distance between those two is obvious, but it's really not that far apart. I mean, it's just a matter of going after a dream and trying to make it happen, and you find talent in all kinds of shapes and sizes. So, yeah.